Aloha no peeps. You guys can hear the saw going on in the back. And some of the homies cutting up a tree. Anyways, hello peeps. Welcome to the wild one. I don't know what this video is gonna be about, but it's gonna be about something. I guess I'm gonna be doing warm-up videos now. I guess that is gonna be a thing. But anyways, welcome to the wild one. I don't know how this video is gonna start, so this probably will be after the trailer. Or maybe before, who knows. Anyways, what I did this week. I pretty much laid some pipe. I mean, I didn't lay pipe. Changed some sprinkler heads, or I helped change sprinkler heads. Done one. Once again, I'm working with OG. He was teaching me, the layout of the pipe itself. System where it's electrically connected to a control console, and I didn't know until I went down and looked at it that there was another nozzle head. So that was a nozzle head where you could connect hoses to. It's actually a different type of nozzle. It doesn't really fit the new type of nozzle hoses we have, so that was kind of interesting. But it took us a little bit. We got it done though within the morning time.
Move like maybe 10 minutes.
See. 10 minutes, you see.
Okay, no, don't move.
Just clap that cheeks right there. Chew whoop. You guys saw Epic Gilmore? So after all that shit, after we pretty much fixed it, buried it, and all that jazz, we ended up fixing some sprinkler heads. He had this tool. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of nerded out. I kind of made it more than it was. He fucking connected the thing. I only could think of the scene from Jurassic Park, the first movie, where the guy had the canister shit. And he was sleeping, I think he was slipping like the little DNA samples, I guess. But yeah, I was just freaking watching him do that stuff, and yeah, I was freaking tweaking out on that thing. I was like, yo, we are scientists. But yeah, so that shit went down. The other thing that pretty much happened at work, besides that, changing the subject, boom, changing the subject. Yeah, they're more serious right now. I made a video on gaslighting last week. So I was thinking about it. I wasn't thinking about it. Things occurred during work that made me kind of ponder more on it. Gaslighting yourself is a big thing. And I kind of started learning a little bit more about the definition of gaslighting. Not the definition of gaslighting. I know what gaslighting is because I'm sure it's a modern saying. And gaslighting yourself, in my perspective, the way I see it, is an action. Gaslighting is an action because what comes from gaslighting yourself is delusion. And a lot of people are very delusional. The delusional part, what I'm talking about, is like if you put yourself in a situation where it's time consuming. Or no, not time consuming, excuse me. Time sensitive, but it's also time consuming. Training MMA, it's time consuming, but it's also in most promoters, which is the big thing. Because like you guys gotta look at, okay, in MMA, you gotta look at professional MMA, you gotta look at promoters like record companies. So the record companies pretty much back in the day like had the biggest say who was number one, if you're gonna get published or not. Next step is radio stations, which would be amateurs and lower things. You can get your, like on a regular local radio station, you can get your music on the regular local station. It's not impossible. So just like local fights, it's not impossible to get local amateur fights. I mean, you're not getting paid, they're not losing money on you unless you break an arm or something crazy happens where you have to go to the hospital. You are covered under their insurance while you're fighting under their organization. So in the higher level organizations, they're not gonna really care for too much regular guys. Like if you ain't coming from an crazy background like Alex Pereira or Daniel Cormier, even though Daniel Cormier wasn't a golden medalist, he still was an Olympic wrestling team. Or like BJ Penn, where he had a crazy background where he won the jiu-jitsu, I think the National Grappling Federation, or he won some crazy tournament that only jiu-jitsu Brazilians won, and he was the youngest and like I think the first American to win it. I gotta go and research it. So in general, what I'm getting at is a lot of promoters like UFC, One Championship, PFL, Bellator aren't gonna put too much risk in older guys. Like if you're 34, shit. If you're 32, Dana White already stated that he's not gonna really take guys that age to the UFC because they don't know how much years they got left. So a lot of guys who are dreaming to be MMA fighters, I've gone through it because I was teeter-tottering on being a professional fighter. I wanted to be in the UFC, but I was worried because Notre Dame was making too much money, and that was a big factor. Besides life getting in the way, and I knew I didn't have the setup to be a UFC fighter, to get to be a UFC fighter in my life because how it was set up at the time. The young guys that are reaching that that I'm around are, I can see it, is weighing on them. I've talked to a couple of them. They're already like looking for reasons to quit. They're looking for reasons to take a step out of the door and like not do this anymore, and it seems like they're trying to figure out a graceful exit of the MMA world, the combat sports world, because the big thing about it is the MMA world is a very fragile mental state kind of thing. Like your mental state in the gym is very fragile. If you're coming in to just learn and just do, you're good. But there's a lot of guys who comes in with dreams and admiration. They have false images of themselves when they come into the gym. You'll see a lot of these guys come into the gym, and you see it a lot. They'll be the first ones to fade out. It's always like the quiet, awkward guys, or like the guys who's like, "What's up, man? I wanna learn. I'm here to." They're the ones they usually stick the longest. It's it's kind of funny, but the guys who's like, "I'm here to train. I'm here to get better." Those are the guys that kind of like, okay, you're not really mindset wise, because you're not just here to train and get better. You're here to train and make something more, is mostly my experience with them. But anyways, yeah, ranting off another thing. Getting back to time sensitive dreams and people reaching the limit of that, or reaching what most people think it's the limit, because technically you can make UFC when you're in your like 35, 37. There is things you can do, but it's hell of a fucking, it's crazy. You gotta be, it's like a shooting star. You gotta be lucky as shit. You gotta either have a crazy knockout or like Jake Paul. A lot of following. CM Punk, for example, is a youth fucking wrestler that tried to do MMA and he failed miserably. So other than that, the things that I'm talking, that getting back to gaslighting. The gaslighting is like a big thing that happens after you reach a certain point in life where you know that you're probably not gonna make your dream come true. You start telling yourself things like, nah, it's still possible, I still can. And if you just listen to what I just said, there's no logical, no base off of it. I don't like being realistic right now. I know I'm not gonna be a YouTube star. Be realistic right now, I'm not even sure if I'll make money off of this. Being realistic, I wasn't really concentrating on that because I never shot that high in life. So, but me just doing it to do it, is already fulfilling a lot of joy in me and a lot of things that I always wanted to do. I'm a trier. As long as I tried to the point that I want to try to, then I'm happy. A lot of people aren't the same. They will, they want to be the next John Jones. They want to be the next Max Holloway. They want to be the next Dustin Poirier. They want to be the next big guy. Like, I made it. I'm this. I'm that. Doesn't always work that way. And once you start coming to that realization, it hurts emotionally and everything, man. It's a very, very big downfall for a lot of young guys, especially very young, emotionally unstable guys, and some of the older guys, like older as in late 20s, early 30s. You are older. You're considered older guys. So chillax. Think about it. You're a senior. You feel like you're king of the hill. You're senior in high school. You're a man. Or a mom. So you're, think about this. You're in high school. You're a senior. You feel like you know how everything is run. You feel like you know what's going on. And you feel like you know how this school works. And you've been in the school only for 4 fucking years. Now you're outside of life. You're 28, you're 29, you're 30. And you're still figuring shit out. You was gaslighting yourself. You was being delusional. Because it doesn't take your fucking ass that long to get your shit together. You just wanted to be a kid and you just wanted to do things that other people was doing at that age. 18 to 25 was supposed to be college years, supposed to be partying, supposed to be having fun. When I was growing up, that was, summer breaks, going summer vacations, all that shit was the hot things. So I know how it is. I didn't get my shit together till like last year. So I know how it is. Gaslight yourself and be a little bit delusional. But did a lot of soul searching. I know who I am. If I don't do the things I do, then I'm not the person I am. Because a person is nothing less than their actions. They can say a big things unless they do it. If you talk the talk, walk the walk. Though it's corny old saying, but it's one of the most truest sayings that I know. Other than that, yeah, I'm just addressing shit. I'm not even trying to give you guys solutions to problems. But other than that, then, guys, yeah, that's it. I've been kind of laming it. Boom. Like, I don't know if you can see that. The fucking injury is still there. There's still a little bit pus. Yes, it's very infected. Don't want to say it's staph, but it's probably staph. It's good now. The bump is gone. It's healing up. And yeah, fucking, I should be back at practice next week. Other than that, yeah, guys, I think that is it. I think that's all I got for you. I'm running out of energy. I did my legs. I worked my ass out yesterday, so hopefully I can finally get thicker legs. Yeah. I don't know what else to fucking rant about. Besides the pretty girls at work. Oh my god, they're so pretty. There's like a couple of them. This one girl, she's like 5'3", fattest ass out of all of them. And there's this other girl. Oh man, she beautifies. I don't even want to fucking. Goddamn, all I want to do is just dive right inside that booty. I'm telling you right now, I have a fetish right now, and it's a short, fit, thick Latina mommy. I am in Texas, so Latino mommies has been kind of on my shit. Yeah, on my list. Yeah. Besides that, there are some fucking very German looking girls, man. She's like 5'8". Oh my god. Like, I think she has some. She wears a bra that's hiding her titties. I feel like she has some nice fat titties. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. Hopefully. I'll see. Hopefully. Anyways, we'll see you guys later. Boat. My little lake fell in over there. Let's see if we can walk it. Oh, I knew that was a bad step. Don't step on the crack, dumbass. Very smooth. Gotta transfer weight in between feet. That's better. In between feet. Don't stand on one foot. It's splintering more. I'm scared to go that side. Go to the plants. Yes! I ain't going to the middle. Fuck that shit. Ah! Ah! Turn, turn, feet, turn, 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 turn. Go back to the shore. Ah! Oh yeah. Ah!